For the Yes Your Grace review, I live streamed the game. For more live stream reviews, check out Rogue Media Gaming or Rocket V03 on Twitch. Heavy is the crown on your head. As king and ruler of the local land, you must make the final decisions for all of your subjects. But not everything is as simple as denying the town drunkard coin for his ale. A barbaric tribe force you to promise your unborn daughter's hand in marriage, and it is not easy to gain the benevolence of the other lords when another king was poisoned in your very home. Truly, to be able to see into the future would prevent most of the misfortunes. But for now, you must decide what to carry out, and your subjects shall respond with,
"Yes, Your Grace, yes."
Pinky out!
Yes Your Grace is a point-and-click, decision-making resource management game, where you move about your kingdom, decide where your important people go, and how to divide your gold and supplies. It has a beautiful 16-bit art style with well-written dialogue and different minigames within the overarching story, such as a murder mystery where you have to find clues, and directing a large-scale battle. Yes Your Grace has a fantastic story that includes unique dialogue depending on your choices. The characters feel real, and you can tell that everyone that exists in this world has either ulterior motives or loyalty based on your choices. One of my favorite interactions was choosing my youngest daughter's nickname. Silly Pickle? I like Silly Pickle. Silly Pickle! I'm not silly! You're right. You're a silly pickle! Oh, Your Grace. As you continue on in Yes Your Grace, your choices have more and more of an impact, and the people who you surround yourself with show more of their true selves. It was honestly emotional seeing that the town drunkard cleaned himself up when I gave him much more gold than what he originally asked for. Or to find out that the nervous son of a curlish king has been abusing my daughter the entire time. Seeing all of this come together in a beautiful retro art style and complemented by the sound design is quite satisfying. Every character has their own audio blurbs when they talk, and my personal favorite was a whimsical writer who sang every time he spoke.
Hey, what?
I love how much he sings. Yes Your Grace has exceptional writing involved to make the choices come together and reflect on the world around you. However, I noticed there is a limit to what you can choose. There are some elements written into the story that you cannot alter, and for a normal narrative, that would make sense, but in a game based on your decisions, it can take you out of the flow of the game. There is one point where you punish your middle daughter, Astalia, for putting feces in her older sister's bed, and I didn't have any control over the situation except on how to punish her. I later found out that this was because Astalia would take up practicing swords, but the lack of control of whether to punish her or not, and instead only choosing the punishment, took me out of the game a bit. There are other times where Yes Your Grace takes you out of the control again, however the other times were only slightly noticeable and minimally distracting. Yes Your Grace also suffered a bit when it came to clear direction control. Clicking to get out of the main throne room was never clear, and I often waited on screen during the main battle point not knowing what to click next. In fact, when it came to the murder subplot, I had to find 3 clues and then have each of my 3 important people, my general, witch, and hunter, inspect each clue, and then ask each of the lords about each clue to gather more intel for the trial. This was not very clear at first, and when I did figure it out, it was all too late for the trial. Yes Your Grace reminds me of the old decision-making Flash games that you would find online, but with much added polish and clever writing. The fact that the game is able to add out-of-the-box elements, such as a murder plot with you discovering clues to prove your innocence, is incredible. There was a few times where I felt the game took over control of my character a sliver too much, and that it was unclear what to do for the tasks outside of ruling, but overall, I was excited to find out what the consequences of my ruling decisions were to be. And because of that, I'm giving Yes Your Grace an 8 out of 10. Yes Your Grace was developed by Brave at Night and published by No More Robots. It is available on Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Windows, and Linux. Yes Your Grace was played on a PC through Steam, and a review code was provided for this report. Until next time, play like a rogue! Hey merchant, Your Grace, I bring you a special thing of magic splendor. It's only worthy of a royal. No one else deserves this magnificent being. Your Grace, I present you my magical— What? This ain't a regular cock, Your Grace. This cock has been enchanted. Cock!